I'm going live today to do a strategy session with Jen Jordan, who is the owner of Evergreen Play Club. So if you could just give us a second, I need to add her, search for her, Evergreen Play Club. Okay. Work in our favor. Hello, hello. So Evergreen Play Club, it looks, oh good. Yay, it worked. Okay.
Hey.
Hello, Jen. Thanks so much for being on here. I'm really excited to chat with you.
Yeah, likewise. Thank you.
So just hopefully, everybody watches the replay and we just will have so much that comes from this. But I'd like to know if you could just talk to us, like tell us how you started Evergreen Play Club and why you started it.
Yep. So I started it in August of this year. So we've been open for about 6 months. And I started it because I'm a mom of three and I have little kids. And I was I moved to this area, Walla Walla, 4 years ago, and I only had one child at the time, and then I had two other children, and I just needed like that space for community, for connection. I had a place like this back east where we're from, so as I had children, I was like, I need this, so I made it.
Yeah, I love that. And you know what? We've got some really great parks in Walla Walla, but we do need more indoor options. And so I was really excited. I have a daughter. She's 8 now. So I have a daughter, and I was like, yeah, this is exactly what we need. And I love that you took what you needed, and you knew that other moms needed it too, or other parents.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Okay, well, I wish I could share my screen on the lives, but I can't right now. But I'm just looking at your profile on my laptop right now. So I'll kind of just take you through the bio and kind of your content strategy to see what might be valuable. And I guess actually before I just dig into that, tell us a little bit about your space and your offers.
Okay, so my space is all open, so it's when you're sitting anywhere in the room, you have like a glance at your child. So if you have multiple children, or if you just want to sit and chill, you can like see your child from anywhere. And the toys that I have are all geared towards independent play. So you can play with your kid, or you can sit back and like let them do your thing. It's not like it's a game of Candyland where you have to sit and teach them the rules or like monitor. Like everything is pretty much baby proof, or just like self-directed. So like a lot of imaginative play, but also stuff that is um, needs no instruction or could be used 100 different ways. And my offerings, it's kind of set up like a gym. So you can get a membership, come all the time. You can get a punch pass with you pay for a package of 10 plays, or you can just drop in for the day like you would at a gym.
Okay, and then you also are booking out your space for parties too, right?
Yep, we have birthday parties, and you can also book for a private play date if you wanted to have like all your friends together and just do your own thing for 90 minutes.
Oh my God, that's amazing, because I can never find the time to do that. All my friends that have kids. One time, me and my friend, we just were like, we couldn't get our calendars to merge, so we're like, do you want to just go grocery shopping together? And that worked out, but that was kind of few and far between. So yeah, I think booking it for a group play date definitely sounds like fun, and it's so important for us parents and like our mom friends to stay connected, but it's so hard. So I love that little spin on that. Okay, well, I love it so much. Okay, so if you go through this, and we're gonna try to take the 30 minutes to go through this. So as I'm going, feel free to interject, ask me questions, or if you need clarifications. We're just gonna do 30 minutes, and then afterwards, let me know if questions pop up. You can message me, or you can send me an email or something if you need some more clarification. So I'm looking at your profile here on Instagram, Evergreen Play Club. Okay, so going right down the middle, let me see. So it says Evergreen Play Club Recreation Center, a space to meet up and play in Walla Walla, Washington, designed for families and kids. Walla Walla's best party venue for kids. And then you have your address. So one thing I would do right off the bat is every word that we have in our bio is indexed for search. So We
Okay.
definitely want to have Evergreen Play Club. So I guess I'll share my screen really quick. So, like, we have our name and our username, and we actually, to have it be the same right there and right there, is a little bit redundant. So I would maybe keep one of them, because it's like we only have so many spaces.
Yeah.
And so my idea is always to, obviously make the most out of each space and try to get as many keywords in there. Like, what are the people who are looking for you? Like moms and parents of littles, like what are they searching to find you? And so I might say, I might change sorry, I know this is hard to do this. So this one right here, I think this is the name and this is the username. So I would keep this one the same because that's what people will use when they tag you. And also it's your business, like you need to have that in there.
Yep.
But the next one I would actually say, instead of the second Evergreen Play Club, I would say like Walla Walla's indoor play area, or Walla Walla play date, or it's good that you have Walla Walla in your description, but it's going to have a little bit more search power if it's in your name or your username.
Okay.
And the thing is you can actually change that every 14 days. So, like I said, keep one of them Evergreen Play Club forever so people can always find you, but you can kind of play around with that. So I would just, take a minute to think, what would people search for? Walla Walla Play Club, Walla Walla Indoor Play Space, Walla Walla Indoor Kids Area, or I don't know, something like that. But I would get Walla Walla in there. And even though you have Walla Walla in that middle section, I still think it's important to have it up at the top because it's location specific. And then for the place where you say a space to meet up and play in Walla Walla, Washington, designed for families and kids. Again, I think that there might just be a little bit more creativity there. And now, I'll send you more ideas as they come. But because we're going to have Walla Walla's Play Yard up in your name, that's an opportunity to, that bio. I might even say, like, list out your offerings, like book play dates, play passes, or drop in. And then what you were saying at the beginning, where something about like self-guided play or make memories with your littles, or mommy dates, friend dates. So I would just kind of list out all the possibilities that they have, that you do have. And okay, so that's where I would go. It's a great logo. I would keep the logo the same, that profile picture the same. And then now I'm going to look at your links. So you have your store, your ASL class. Oh, that's so cool. And then your camp. Okay. So let me just click on these links really quick. I like that you only have a couple links. I don't like when I see more than 3 links on the page, because then people get overwhelmed or they get distracted, and a confused mind always does. So okay, so I clicked on the link, I see the pass, I see the let me see. I'm on the shop store. And then I'm click on the ASL class. Okay. And then January 26th camp. I'm going to click on that. Okay. So is there a place for you? I'm going to click on just your main website. So Evergreen Play Club.
I think I have too many words on my website. I know I have to kind of scale that back a little bit, especially for my parties.
Sure.
I was looking at just like other play areas and what they do, and it's like so visual and like visual keywords. And then there's like FAQs at the bottom if you want to read it.
Yeah.
Like, sell them with the pictures first.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's good. One of the things I might do is, instead of having all those links, I might just have one link that goes right to not your main website page, but like this page where they are looking at their play options or plan your visit. So I might go, I always want people to go kind of like right to the booking page, because if they do want to sit there and read all the options, they'll find their way from there. But we want to just make it as easy as possible, as few clicks as possible for them to get where you need them to go. And so like the business kind of needs to take charge of the customer journey, so they don't really know all your offerings. Like they don't know what they need. So,
Yes.
I like to say get them right to the booking page,
Mm-hmm.
or let me see, get them right to the booking page, or maybe like whatever your starter pass is. So, or whatever you're wanting. So if you really want to promote monthly passes, I would take them to the page right away where they can buy monthly pass, or, drop in for a day. Maybe a day pass is the best way, because that's, kind of low commitment, low investment, and they can just
Right.
hop in and see. So, I think you probably know what's best and what you need most out of your business, but as long as you're making it as easy as possible. And I think that I really like only having one link in there, and I think people will see the other classes that you have open. But I
Mm-hmm.
think the most important thing, because at the end of the day, we want our social media to actually drive foot traffic. And I think that day pass, super simple first offering, get them in the door. And then once they're in here, I'm sure you're talking about, there's probably posters up in your space, and there's probably like you're talking to them about the different options too. So I think that just making that first entry point super simple, no commitment, is going to be a great option. We have
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people on the call. I'm really excited. So we have jewelry, we have Empower You Women, Evergreen Fairy Knots, Liz and Kay, amazing. Okay. So so we're talking about the links. So try to make, we want to have as few links as possible, really. Okay, so now I'm going to go down. Before I go down to your content, do you have any questions about what I said about bio or keywords or links?
Mm-hmm. Nope, got
Okay,
it. I'm a fast learner.
amazing. I saw you did a collaboration reel with Wall to Wall Furniture.
Well, I just bought. I kind of muscled them into it. I just bought a couch from them, and I'm like, we're making it content.
Yes, do
Yeah.
it. Yeah, good. Well, and they need it too. I mean, that's the thing, is all these small businesses, I hope that everybody can kind of think about collaborations like this, because most small
Mm-hmm.
businesses just are wearing too many hats. And so, and,
Yes.
and every time I talk to them about like, hey, I'll make this reel for you, can you just accept the collab request? Usually
Mm-hmm.
they're like, oh, yes, thank you. Like, one thing off my to-do list for
Right.
today,
Yep.
So obviously, that's you went you shared a reel with Wall to Wall Furniture, and that's great because you're promoting small businesses, but also the people that come into your space probably need furniture at one point. So it's good, like,
Yeah.
cross marketing
And they can try
for each
it
other.
here before they buy it.
Oh,
Like actually try it
oh
because
yeah,
they're sitting
yeah.
in
See,
it and
yeah.
yeah.
See, you already know you're doing so much so well already. I love this post. Co-parent can share a play pass. I co-parent, so I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's just a personal when I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I think with your graphic, I think you're doing a great job of showing the different types of classes, which kind of and just different offerings, which kind of goes back to what I was saying about the link. Maybe just have the one link, because people who are getting kind of interested, they're like, oh, maybe I'll check this place out. They're gonna see your posts, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna see your Wick Wednesday. They're gonna see your Montessori inspired posts, like new parent group. God, I love that so much, because I had a mega depression in the postpartum phase, and I needed a new parent group, and I did not get that. So heart goes out for you just for putting that out there in the first place. One thing you could do that might be a good idea, kind of back at the top, is like, you don't have any stories highlights. So are you familiar with what stories highlights are?
I am. It is on my list of things to do with like 100 other
Of
things.
course, yeah.
To make like cute little graphics to go along with it to like start like putting together the
Right.
different highlights. But
Yeah.
you know,
And you don't necessarily have to have cute graphics. I mean, for example, for the story that I shared, that I was like, hey, we're going live with Evergreen Play Club. I honestly I took a screenshot of one of your photos, or maybe it was of your website. I put it in the Instagram stories editor, and then I just added text, and I saved that to my camera roll. So I would say, like, I like some good graphic design too, but sometimes we can get in our own heads. Like, it has to look a certain way. It has to be so
yeah,
professional. And
right.
I would just say done is better than perfect. And, you can always perfect it later, but you are wearing so many hats. So one thing that I would like to see, that I would see, is those Instagram stories highlights are going to be really good for for people that are ready to come in, they're like your hot leads. They're like, oh yeah, I had my eye on her for a while. I had my eye on this place for a while. Like, I think I want to go. So I kind of like to think of these in collections. The one, I think FAQ would be a great place. FAQ would be great. I think my story would be great because people are going to want to know who's the person behind your business. And just the story like I just shared, like that you shared at the beginning, tell me why you started. And so that could be as simple as you can just go around your space maybe before anyone's there or when they're there. Just take some like random photos. And it can be like one of the play structures, some of the toys. Just put those and then upload them to a story. Type out like, this is why we started Evergreen Play Club, and save that. And then like you just share that. And then part 2, like take another picture. We moved here from the East Coast. We needed it, so we created it. Bam. Go into some more detail, but that's something that hopefully you could hash out in 30 minutes or so. And the stories are something you build out little by little. You don't need to sit down. I had a client where we did her about me story, and between kind of just remembering her timeline and her profession and going through her photos, it took her a good hour to build that. But you know what? That's the first thing people are going to look at. They want to know, can I trust this person? Do I, they want to relate? Do we have anything in common? And it just helps build trust. So I think like about us or how we started is going to be good. FAQs are going to be good. And then I might have one just for your services, So, what are our services, or like or maybe one that's just called how to play. Maybe a fourth one could be all your extra, because it looks like you have like theme days and like sign language and stuff. And so just like maybe extra course offer, like extra, or your ASL meetup, or
or like we're having a visit from a bird, like a big parrot coming.
I love that. Oh my god, so that could be fun. And then another one for FAQs. So those are about 5 stories highlights. So I would start off with about us, or our story, or how we started, about the play club, something like that. I would do that one first when you have a chance. And if you're the kind of person that needs to kind of write out your timeline of like, move to Walla Walla, you can write it out like that. And then share it as stories, and then go back and put those in the collection, and that's going to help a lot for sure. And then when I do my stories highlights, I like the last one to have a link in it. So do you know how to share a link in your story? So thinking about, we could take advantage of all that momentum that they've built, because if they're sitting there watching all your stories, don't leave them hanging. Just transfer them to your website, get them booked. Or do you have like an email newsletter list by chance?
I do.
I would at every opportunity, I would ask, I would try to get that newsletter list going, like on a regular basis. And like for my email newsletter list, it's like, hey, you get a free profile audit. I'll send it to you. It's an automation that comes in. So that way, I'm giving away some value to build trust and get that email. So, maybe that's, try 50% off, or like, I don't know, you could do a discount maybe, or it could be like maybe a bonus if you don't want to offer a discount, but maybe some sort of incentive, like join the Play Club newsletter and get some kind of perk or something.
That was a post a couple maybe like last week or the week before. I said join the newsletter, and you'll get, like, we send news updates and also exclusive coupons.
Oh, so there we go.
Yeah, I sent a $5 play pass to email subscribers.
See, you're already doing a lot of really good stuff, honestly. A lot of people, they'll do like a discovery call with me just to get to the point where you are right now. So I just want to say super kudos to you for doing that email list. And I think that, sign up for coupons. I think that's a great incentive. And that might be a good link to put in your link in bio too. So, because that way people are going to want that, and then you're getting that added benefit of building your email list, because TikTok just went down this week, so like, as much as I can, I try to remind people that we don't really have control over these apps, and like they're a great tool, but we want to use them to build our business, which means bring foot traffic in, but always like that lead capture part of it where we're getting emails.
Yep.
And like I've had my account like been hacked before, like a couple of years ago. The account that I have right now, it I like woke up one day and Instagram was like, "Oh, we've deleted your account. You violated community guidelines." This was it was about a year and a half ago, and that's but I still had my social media business. I'm like, what? And so you just never know. So I just I just say that with like a word of caution. Always be using your social media presence to build your email list or build whatever database. You know, maybe it's appointments, whatever, but something that gets you contact information because you just never know. And on that note, I hope that you have two-factor authentication turned on. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So that's a big one too. Okay. You know, and the other thing I would just say is, you know, maybe just try to do a few more reels. So I'm looking at this one about a birthday party. I mean, reels can be super simple. This mermaid birthday party. Oh my gosh, it looks
cool,
so
right?
beautiful. I love that so much.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So you've done great. And you know, and even if you were to take like any one of these posts that are like kind of like static posts, you could reimagine those as a reel, you know, where you just have, let's just say you're standing right where you're standing in your space. You just have like a 10-second video of your space, but you're saying join the email list for exclusive coupons. So I would say like any one of these posts that you're making, you know, homeschool day, $5 per kid, or Meatloaf the parrot. It's adorable. Meatloaf. So any one of these graphics I would recommend could and should be repurposed into a reel, because just by making it a reel, it's seen by so many more people.
Right.
I had a client who I do their social media, but you know, they have access, obviously, so sometimes they get in there and share it. And they shared a photo, but they just shared it as a reel, and it really was just a photo, but they just clicked the reel button, and it got 3 times as many views as any of their other posts. So, you know,
when you say repurpose, what do you mean? Like, pull what I have down and like redo it, or?
No, I don't mean that necessarily. I just mean like let's say, hold on. So let's say like this right here, Montessori inspired. So it just says the philosophy behind the play, infants can play. So the graphic itself, it just has some words on it, and it says Montessori inspired, toys rattle and jiggle when touched. So you could literally just take a video of one of these toys, and on your Reels editor, type those same things. Type Montessori inspired, philosophy behind the play, and just all the words that are on this, put them in a reel, and automatically it's going to get a lot more views. And and what happens with Instagram and with other platforms too, the reels are usually what's shared. Like the way the algorithm works is people who don't follow you are going to see your reels, and people who do follow you are more likely to see your posts and your stories.
I see.
So reels are how we get new followers, because the algorithm wants to like test out the audience and see how people react to it. And so our carousel posts and our stories are typically seen by people that are following, that are interacting a lot, that we have some kind of a little bit of a rapport built up with. So that's another reason why it's such a great idea to put the link in your stories, because that's where the hot leads are. The hot leads, right? Like the people who are aware and they know you and they already have a little level of trust with you. They're probably seeing your stories.
Got it.
So yeah, that's pretty much, I mean, extroverts hang out. That's me. And that's yep. My girl's an extrovert too. That girl's extra for sure.
So when I do a lot of my posts, I try to do like themed posts that are kind of like evergreen, like not, but like they could be seen whenever. And they're not day specific. So I try to batch them, and like, can you batch reels, or is that not possible?
There's a couple ways you could batch reels. Are you editing your reels in Instagram itself, or do you use a different app to edit reels?
I just use Instagram.
Yeah. Okay. So if you do that, one thing you can do is you can make a bunch of reels, and then on the very last page where you're writing your description and you're going to push
Mm-hmm.
share, there's a blue button and there's a white button. So
Mm-hmm.
instead of pushing the blue share button or post or whatever it is, on the other side, on the left side, there's save to drafts.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I like to do. If you like to do your content in the Instagram app, I like to do that.
Okay.
And then you can go back in there and share it. So if you're on a creative kick and you're busting out a bunch of reels, just save them to your drafts.
Mm-hmm.
And when I do that, I'll actually kind of do like several videos all at once, and like I'll be like in the video mindset, and then I'll save a couple as drafts, and then later I'll go back in and like do all the captions. So you know what I mean, like kind of one task at a time. And half the time when I'm doing the captions, I'm usually just doing dictation or talk to text, because I never get talker's block. I could talk all day. So I don't know if that works with you, but if you're not really sure what to say, sometimes if you just talk it out and then you have something and you're not looking at just a blank space.
Got it.
But
okay.
I think,
and then is there a way to schedule things out, like so I don't have to actively post from drafts or on the app, or is that something that I would have to find a third-party app for?
Yeah, so you can schedule in Instagram. You can schedule reels, but I believe you can only schedule about a week in advance. And that's, you got to just kind of do that. It's imperfect because sometimes the app glitches and your reel and your drafts are lost. That's rare, but it would really suck to have that happen.
Yep.
And then sometimes if you update the app, or if you uninstall the app, or you log out of the app, you'll lose those drafts. So like I said, done better than perfect. You can start with a simple solution, and then if you needed to add more, sophisticated tools, you can. I do use a third-party scheduler, and it's called Metricool.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like that, honestly. I really like that. You can schedule out as far in advance as you want. And one thing that I do actually that's really good with that is sometimes with my clients, like you can repurpose content. So like you said, you have evergreen content. Yeah. Sometimes with one of their reels, what I'll do in Metricool is I'll post it. Let's say it's January. I post it in January, and it's like, here's our services. And then I'll just duplicate that post and make it go in March, and duplicate it and make it go in September. So that can be, I really do like that. I like Metricool a lot. And I've been doing social media for years now. And so of all the social media schedulers that I've come across, I really like that one the best, both for my own use, and also like that's what I use for all my clients too. And they do have a free plan available. So I'm not sure exactly what's available in their free plan, because I use like the Beast one that has all the stuff on it. But I do know that they do have some free plans.
Okay. And when you repurpose the the evergreen content, do you delete the old one, or do you keep it there?
Always keep it. Feed? Yeah. I always keep it. Yeah. Because the thing is, not everybody is going to see everything you post. And most of us are scrolling reels. People don't always come and like check out your whole feed. So I think a lot of people, they're worried like, oh, I already posted about that.
Yeah. But no one's scrolling all the way down to find that information.
Yeah. People aren't going to be on there that long. They just really want everything to be quick. And also just remember, I mean, like every day I'm getting like 15 emails from Amazon. So, I mean, if you post like 2 reels of the same content in a month, like you're fine.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. So if you have other questions, then let me know. I hope this is helpful. Like I said, I do think you're doing a lot of really great things. Oh, one other thing I'll say is if you ever have any reviews, I would maybe just like take screenshots of those and have an Instagram story highlight or reviews, because I saw you posted a review.
Yeah.
So I love that you're getting reviews.
Should I make take that post and like then share it to my stories and then put that in the highlight?
Yeah, go do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, well, you're doing so many good things, and thank you for bringing this service to Walla Walla. I definitely need to book it to have a mom day with my mom friends, that's for sure. Yeah. If you have any questions, then reach out. And then for anybody who's on this, we have a lot of people on here, so that's really exciting. Anybody who has young kids in Walla Walla, go check out Evergreen Play Club. And obviously, you have to send up for her email so you get the coupons. Yeah.
Of course. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Well, I'll see you later. Thanks so much.
Okay. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.